Okay. Controller's not. Huh. Ultra. Boom. Okay. So this game actually won awards. So I'm curious to see what it can do. Fucking ants. Why can't ants just stay hidden? Why must they be out in plain view for everyone to see? Fuck 'em. Uh. Okay. Interesting. So he sucks? Who is this man? Walking the beach sucks, don't it, buddy?
Oh, thank goodness. Officer, please, come quickly.
Who came?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. How can I...
It has become a madhouse. Madame has been shouting and cursing all morning. I've never seen her so angry. But what great luck to happen upon you.
There.
Please, try to remain calm.
You should be honored.
First, may I ask your name?
We don't have time for that. Please, hurry.
Elizabeth. Don't ask how I know.
Mademoiselle, now we are here, I must insist on your name before I can continue any further. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
I am Elizabeth, but it is the maidservant that we must consider. Forgive me, officer, but are you new to the area?
I stand out so obviously.
I mean no offense, only I have not seen you before. This is a small town, and you learn everyone's faces very quickly.
Accurate.
Very observant of you, mademoiselle. I was recently posted here from the city, and a good thing I'm here now. Let us get to the bottom of this madness you speak of.
Okay.
There has been a theft at the house.
Oh, dear God.
Then I am exactly where I should be, n'est-ce pas?
It is only one of Mademoiselle Angeline's most valuable bracelets, taken from her room.
I could have guessed that from the title of the chapter.
Then its safe return is of the utmost importance.
Madame Van den Bosch, the lady of the house, believes Fleurette is behind it. I'm afraid I do. I know Madame is confident of Fleurette's guilt, but she wouldn't do such a thing. Surely a burglar is responsible, as Mademoiselle believes.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Oh my god, holy Christ. New mind map. There's been a burgle! Okay. It is time to find shit. Use luck to explore.
Ah,
Oh my god. All the way down here.
huh.
An intruder stepping here will surely leave evidence elsewhere.
What a revelation!
Oh my god. That was spoken to my soul, Christ.
Of course, officer. How can I help?
Take your clothes off.
One set must be mine, leaving to find you. The other set must be Fleurette's. She was caught in the rain this morning.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. So this has all been closed off, it looks like. So, inspect the garden. Intruder didn't use the path. The garden is still... Can I, run? Is running an option? Alright. Oh, is that a saving? The autosave?
Oh.
Wait, can I just hit? No, you have to, okay.
Of course, officer. How can I help? There is, sir. Luke. But he was called away from the house on a personal matter. Rahana, our cook, accompanied him.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Alright, so what did he do?
Huh. Aha.
Wooden ladder. Side door. I feel like I've investigated the garden enough here. What else? Didn't use the path. Didn't use the lawn. So it's saying there's one link available here.
This will not get me any closer.
Well, inspect the garden. It says that there's one link. Does that mean that there's one thing that I can piece together? Oh.
Aha.
Well, there you go. They always seem to be like in a straight line from each other.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction. order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
Fuck you. Because now saying there's Huh. So the lawn and the garden are two different things.
Huh. Oh.
Huh.
Ah.
Oh, loves the. Okay, now that I did all that shit. Front door. So there's 2 links available now. Bench carving. Talk to Elizabeth. There are no signs of tampering or forced entry.
Magnifique.
No scaled access, no forced entry.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
Or maybe they had a key the whole time. There's still a link somewhere.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
There we go. Can I find signs of an unwanted visitor in the garden? Did someone cover their tracks?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
With no obvious signs of a burglar, perhaps we should be looking at those inside. Aha. I want to talk about the bench carving first, just so I can fill that out.
I have conducted my initial inspection of the house and grounds. It is now necessary for me to speak with those in the house.
Of course. Thank you, officer. I'm sure Madame Van den Bosch will be happy to hear the police are investigating.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help. Excuse me, officer?
The carving on the bench. Forgive me, I was not suggesting anything untoward.
Oh, of course not. Yes, I suppose there must be.
Would you know the identity of the mysterious L and E?
I'm afraid not. Perhaps they were old residents.
Well,
A pair of star-crossed lovers, perhaps. Madame does not allow distracting staff relationships.
Love is not something that can be harnessed so easily.
That is Madame's rule, and I wouldn't want to be the one that challenges her on it.
sure. E.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
You sure about that? Say town hall. Oh. Cassandra.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot. I can assure you that,
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent lawman.
You don't even know me.
and that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
Don't be ridiculous. I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
Stop them.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
Are you retarded? Yeah, no, she did it.
I do not believe so. I know so. It was Florette, the maidservant. I knew I could not trust her.
Is she black? Is this going down that direction of this bitch being a racist?
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further, especially to a measly officer. You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
It was a gift.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
And possibly racist, but we'll get to that. Oh no, we have encountered a typo in this professionally made game. Madame Vandenbosch was so quick to accused, or is it accused? Because it's French, right? I wanted to say it's accused, just to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Oh,
Hidden inside the coat pocket. Is it the bracelet? Oh. Two-room. Is Agatha Christie in there? Not interested.
Huh. Hmm.
The line was cut. No links available. Talk to Cassandra. Why? Do I have to talk to this bitch? I don't want to talk.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine. And what is your point?
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Merci, madame. You have been...
A total bitch. You're how you see a fucking cow. Quite honestly. Alright, unknown subject. Bitch, you're in the way. Get out of the fucking way. I'll kill you. It's quite the large area to investigate, gotta say.
Huh.
Thievery! I have sensed a burgle! This must be the crime scene.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here? Don't you need to be chasing down the burglar?
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
Ah, if we must.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
It is of great value. Money was no object to father.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Maman had it insured with the others. It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast. Some rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Florette.
You sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that?
Fair.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
1 link. 0 links. 1 link.
I must take a different approach if I am...
Lick my taint!
I must act on thought. Ah. Oh. Oh. Aha. Ah. Huh. Oh. Mm-hmm. I cannot see the logic in this.
Abandoned poker.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. Come, my little grey cells. Is there something I...
How do you... The broke glass from the fucking window.
Come, my little grey cells. We must...
Lick my nads.
I must act on thought and...
Oh.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
I don't know, is that important?
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away. How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember
Wow.
watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him. Is one bracelet not enough? I have checked everywhere. You can ask Elizabeth if you don't believe me. It is only my bracelet that is missing.
As I have stated, it is my duty to speak with every member of the house, and I would not want to have discovered a further missing piece later.
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how
Wait,
to put
Luke.
a smile on my face.
Luke and Elizabeth?
I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us. In the summer, father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal. When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always
Probably.
said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just
I am sure he would want you to be smiling today. You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Sounds like she likes her father just a little creepily amount there, man. Alright, so what do we got? What's new?
Is there something? I cannot see the logic in...
Everything's... Oh, it takes pity on you?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
But only after you fuck up like 3 times. Dr. Angeline and Elizabeth. Main hall.
Certainly, officer. Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin. She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky.
Well,
She normally
was.
keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable. Aha.
What a revelation!
So? Go to the bitch first.
Really, officer? Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the key holder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Isn't that, like, against the law?
Merci, madame. You have been...
I feel like that's against the law and I should arrest her. There's so many things about that that's illegal. Obstruction of justice, unlawful incarceration.
Certainly, officer. When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Madame van den Bosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means.
I'll have to cut her heart out.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
What's this Final Fantasy music?
Order and method. That
Wait.
things are beginning to become clearer.
Can I just do it? Fuck! Go! No, I can't. I gotta do this stupid song and dance shit first!
Certainly, officer.
Lick my balls!
Madame is the one with the refined taste.
Uh-huh.
Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
I see.
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet.
I guess I'd have
the
to
most famous
confirm
of love stories.
that it is her.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Well, here we go.
Huh.
No, she is standing like right fucking there though. Right? Just ignore me.
Finally, it is unlocked.
What exactly do you think you are doing?
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Florette.
The girl is guilty and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see to that. If you wish to listen to her feeble attempts to explain herself, so be it.
Were you gonna stop me, bitch? I have a key? Plus, I could arrest you for what the fuck you're doing.
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the story, whether a feeble account or not.
Okay, what is she? Oh, is she black? Oh, come on. Oh, let's see it.
Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Oh, shit. Racism.
Please, officer.
Oh,
I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
not racism, just poor lighting in this room. Thank God.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to investigate all avenues. Ah bon?
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will certainly help your case either way.
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it. Madame was so angry. She wouldn't listen to me.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. I was even late coming back. Then I was preparing breakfast.
Hold on. You were in town most of the morning, late coming back. Why the fuck were you making breakfast when you got back? Should be like lunchtime.
Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself. How does she expect me to do that all on my own?
From what I understand of Madame Van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased you returned late for breakfast.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen and then tried to stay out of sight in the lounge until breakfast was over. Didn't want to put my head near her jaws while she was still hungry.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't have moved. I was too scared to blink the wrong way. Never mind stamping upstairs. I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snail. Maybe I was just happy to be out of the house. I had a lot to do. I lost track of time. I wanted to prove to Madame I'm not the useless waif she thinks I am.
Wave.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Another mind map. Thank God. You gonna get beat with the baguette? You little bitch. Building is used by the family and gets passed for find something. I would assume. Fair. I'm sure my mind map will tell me everything I need to know about a poker stand. Without a fire poker. Huh.
Ah. Ah. Huh.
Did Elizabeth? I suspected her from the start because she's the one that called it in.
Huh. Oh. Oh.
Elizabeth. Only one link? Oh.
Another success. I must take a different
But
approach
hey,
if I am to
think of, wait, financial, okay, selling heirlooms, that, okay.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Is desperate for money.
Magnifique.
It's Cassandra's insurance scam.
Magnifique.
I think handkerchief was used to clean up what the rag did not. Talk to Elizabeth.
This will not get me any closer
Fuck
to
you.
my goal.
You know it's them, you fuck. Was it Ellen?
I must take a different
How is that
approach
not
if I-
connected? She accused her, she's just fucking crying. Theft fits Cassandra's insurance scam. So that means...
Is there
How?
something I...
How is that not related, you son of bitch? Oh, okay, this one I knew. The poker, yeah.
Another success.
Poker was moved. Address label.
Things are beginning to become...
Partial was collected from tailors.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Anything to show you I didn't do it. And Madame, I need this job, monsieur. Yes, another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same condition as when I picked it up.
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Okay, so Elizabeth I need to talk to, like, right now. Oh, Elizabeth! I must speak with thee.
Certainly, officer. The lounge?
Oui, it is quite hard to miss.
Oh, how silly of me. I must have had my head in the clouds this morning. I'm sorry, I can't help you further. Besides the terrible rain? No,
And the bracelet was still there when you left the room for breakfast.
I'm sure of it. Why, yes, officer! I misplaced it after wiping a stain from Mademoiselle Angelieve's sleeve at breakfast. You are a great detective.
You are not the first to say. Had she not noticed it herself, I imagine Madame would not allow even the smallest imperfection.
It baffles me how she couldn't have. It was only luck that I spotted it before Madame, and a good thing I did. Madame is under a great deal of strain. It can't have been easy for her to lose.
And this morning, it sounds as though it was such an occasion.
It's not the first time I have had to stand and watch such treatment. I hate to see it. As I said, Madame hasn't had the easiest time. Madame's scolding of Fleurette this morning was the worst I have seen her temper.
The worst, not the only
I
time.
wish you could see that Fleurette is just trying to do her best.
Could there have been another reason for such a reaction?
Madame was not happy Fleurette was late. All through breakfast, Madame was watching her with a piercing eye. She's still learning the way.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Uncover Elizabeth.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius. What a revelation!
Okay. I knew that from the beginning, but is that lying bitch?
Certainly, officer. How could I not be?
Especially being able to draw similarities between Verona's star-crossed lovers to yourself and your dearest.
But I hadn't told.
I'm Hercule Poirot, bitch.
Mademoiselle, I am an officer of the law. It is my duty to uncover the truth.
Please, you cannot say anything to Madame. She is against staff relationships of any kind. In her eyes, a relationship between staff is nothing more than a distraction.
But he means so much more to you.
Oh, officer, I have found my soulmate. At first, it was nothing more than pleasantries around the grounds. But that quickly changed. I know it's not proper for a young lady to pursue a gentleman. But once I knew his feelings reciprocated my own, why shouldn't I have followed my heart?
Love transcends professional and societal rules.
The mere thought of him was enough to make me blush. But I knew that Madame would never give her blessing. If we wanted to continue, we would have to do so in secret. The summer evenings here are just so beautiful. I often find myself walking around the grounds after my daily duties are complete. And it was one such evening that Luke was waiting for me at the gazebo. He looked ever so handsome. And standing there beneath the warm glow of the falling sun. Oh, I'm sorry, officer.
One should never apologize for such a charming... Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Inspect the chimney.
I cannot see the logic in this. Order and method. That...
The one more, and they're just gonna give it to me, right?
Come, my little Graycell.
Yeah, and I was thinking that, but I didn't think it'd be connected to something that's already been...
Magnifique.
Oh, confirm her innocence. Okay. Florette had no opportunity, and she claims innocence.
This will not
How
get
the
me any
fuck
closer.
is that not?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Florette was scapegoated, so I need to inspect the chimney. Excuse me.
What are you doing there? I wouldn't get too close. Soot is forever spitting onto the floor.
Merci for the warning, mademoiselle.
The longer you're here... Maman is never happy with anything these days.
And how does she react when she sees Florette not doing things the correct way?
Maman has the temperament of a kicked cat. Florette has often been on the wrong side of it.
That is how she responded today?
She was shouting.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle.
Another success. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Oh, did she hide the bracelet up there? Okay. It seems like, because that seems to be the, I feel like that's where it's heading.
Anything to She never used to be such a witch. I would have gone long ago.
I was not aware you were supporting your family.
Papa lost his job at the... When I joined the Vandenbosch house, the Viscount was very kind. He gave me some extra in my first pay pack. Enough to keep the landlord from kicking Mama out at least. No one had ever been that nice before. He even let me to go home and visit Mama and my brothers at Christmas, with a food parcel from the kitchen. Mama said she had never seen so much food. It's always been hard for her. When I walked in Mama's house, everything seemed so much smaller.
The valuables in the house do not determine the love it shares.
Someone should tell Madame that. Not that she'd listen anyways.
I will uncover the truth of what happened today, mademoiselle. That, I promise you. Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Now, what's this bitch want?
Really, officer? If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further and just get on with it. And this is how she repays me? I will not be happy until I see her sufficiently punished. I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen her guilt.
I didn't say that, bitch.
It is challenging at times, I will admit. But I can assure you the Van den Bosch name is as strong and prevalent as it has always been. I have tried my best to provide for Angeline, although sometimes she may not see it that way. She is not to know about what we have discussed. It is my burden to carry.
You are accepting the hand you have been dealt and raising a fine young mademoiselle. That is all that can be asked of you.
And you have done nothing but bother my staff and my family. I cannot stand here any longer and listen to this second-rate officer speaking such drivel.
Ah, bitch. Congratulations, you fucking destroyed that bitch. Woo! Fuck that bitch! Fuck that bitch! Hey.
The longer you are here,
You have been of great... Aha.
Oh, she has her back turned, I see.
Oh.
Aha. I got you, bitch. Bracelet.
I must act on...
How the fuck is that not? You fucking asshole!
I cannot see the logic in this. Come, my little grey cells.
Wait, what?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
So did Vanderbosch not even know that her daughter was doing it? So they can cross over. Okay. That's some bullshit. Talk to Elizabeth.
Certainly, officer. You have found the culprit and the bracelet.
Everything will be revealed in good time. Would you be so kind as to gather everyone in the lounge?
Of course.
Merci, Mademoiselle Elizabeth, for gathering everyone. Will Madame Van den Bosch be joining us shortly?
She stormed past me not long ago, and I have not seen her return.
Very well. Under usual circumstances, I would wait. But I think we have spent enough time on this matter, n'est-ce pas? We shall have to proceed without her. This morning started like any other. My usual ordinary patrol, until I was approached by Mademoiselle Elizabeth about a suspected burglary and a missing bracelet.
A crime I've been falsely blamed for.
That I shall come to. I began my investigation outside, but it was not long before I realized there were no signs of an intruder, so I turned my focus to those in the house. You. Florette, your time here at the house has not always been the easiest for you, shall we say.
I do what Madame tells me.
And to the highest standard, I presume.
Madame's standards are very high. I do my best.
And you would at least expect fair treatment for the work, not to be spoken to in such a cruel and vicious way.
Monsieur?
I refer to how poorly Madame Van den Bosch treats you. You are at her beck and call, and she does nothing but belittle you.
That is Maman you're talking about. Just wait until...
It is nothing but the truth I speak, mademoiselle. All the while, mademoiselle stands by and does not even notice such cruelty. That must have angered you. Perhaps you thought it was time they deserved some retribution.
Stop trying to put words in her mouth.
I am merely giving her a voice, one that has been silenced for so long.
Maybe I do think she deserves it. She's had the world handed to her on a plate, and the likes of me get nothing.
A motive begins to rear its head.
You're just trying to get me to admit to something. Well, I've done nothing.
Allow me to finish. I am sure you will want to hear what follows. Let us return to this morning.
Oh god.
I was only trying to help Lizzie.
You must have known how Madame would have reacted to your late return, especially with her prior treatment of you.
She's angry at whatever I do.
But nonetheless, you were willing to help a colleague, a friend, knowing what the repercussions could be. And that show of loyalty to your friend has been the thing that proved your innocence.
Monsieur?
Because of such willingness to help, you were delayed in town, meaning you had no viable way of taking the bracelet from Mademoiselle Angeline's room. There was simply no opportunity.
I told you! Maybe now Madame will believe me.
It is evidence not even she can ignore. Which then leads us to Mademoiselle Elizabeth. Mademoiselle Elizabeth, you have been with the Van den Bosch family for quite some time now, correct?
That is correct.
You have grown close with both ladies of the house and your fellow members of the house staff, would you say?
Of course. And I certainly hope they feel the same. Officer, please.
Elizabeth, what is he talking about?
You little bitch, what are you talking about?
I am referring to the lengths Mademoiselle Elizabeth has gone to remain in your maman's employment.
It is Madame's house. She can enforce whatever rules she chooses.
Even if they are going against the very nature and cornerstone of man, to love.
I still do not understand.
Perhaps that is best for everyone. It is neither my place nor my want to make this situation any more awkward than it needs to be.
Or than it needs to be.
Oh, thank you.
Besides, it was not that story that cleared Mademoiselle Elizabeth's name. Rather, Florette's.
Florette's? But she was not here for most of the morning.
But when she was, more precisely while preparing the table in the lounge, she noted that, against regularity, you arrived alone for breakfast, without Mademoiselle Angeline by your side.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
It means that I found myself with two suspects with potential motives. But with a lack of opportunity, I was left with only one. Mademoiselle Angeline.
You can't believe I would hide my own bracelet. I have nothing to say. How dare you speak to me like that? You have no idea what you're talking about. You can't actually believe I would hide my own jewelry.
If you didn't, explain to me how your memento tin with the bracelet inside came to be lodged inside the chimney of your bedroom fireplace.
You have no proof I put it there.
Besides you being the only one in the room alone, even after finding the bracelet, I still did not know why you had done it. Until I contemplated why Madame was selling so many heirlooms and art.
You had no right to snoop through our house in the first place.
Yeah, I did actually.
When it is part of my investigation, I have every right, mademoiselle. The unpaid bills and final notice from the telephone company.
Maman can do what she wants with her art. That means nothing.
But when there was no more art to sell, what then? You could not risk her taking your father's bracelet and selling it. So, you staged a burglary pretending it had been taken, preventing her from selling it. Then you stood back as the innocent Florette paid the price.
She didn't think about me at all. She was going to take my bracelet and sell it off. It would have just ended up on some old wrinkly wrist. I didn't think Maman would blame her. I didn't think she would do anything.
But she did. And somehow that evidently didn't cross your mind. When Madame returns, you shall have it all to explain.
Maman can't know what I have done. She will be furious.
Yeah, she actually likes you, so...
But Mademoiselle Florette will be proved innocent. And that is what is important. No crime has been committed, so I see no reason why this should continue any longer. It is time you considered the consequences of your actions. And now, you must face them head on.
Maman, you're home.
Of course I am. And I've brought someone that will bring some order to this chaos.
Major, I can assure you, I have the situation under control.
From what I have heard, you are far from it.
The missing bracelet has been found, and the guilty party has been identified.
I'm well aware that the maidservant was behind it all. And yet I see her standing as free and innocent as you and me.
I am sure Madame Van den Bosch has informed you of her suspicions, but I'm afraid it was merely speculation.
Excuse me?
After conducting a full investigation, the evidence and facts led me to deduce
This is ridiculous. Why would my daughter hide her own jewelry?
I'm sorry, Maman. He's right. Florette is innocent. I just wanted to show you.
Shh, girl. I will not have you guilted into taking the blame for that sticky-fingered girl.
Hey, her fingers are nice and clean and unstickified.
Officer Poirot. A word. Madame van den Bosch was forced to make her way to inform me, alone, I might add, of the goings-on at the house today.
Major, with all due respect, she was impeding the investigation.
This may be how some officers act in the city, but here we show respect to our citizens. You are an officer of the law and should act as such. Insubordination like this will not be tolerated.
As the ranking officer, I have conducted my investigation and...
Ranking officer? Ha! You are an auxiliary officer. You have little authority over anyone, let alone a major. You would be wise to remember who is close friends with your commanding officer. After what I have heard of your past in the city, I'm sure he would look upon today's events as another failure at the hands of Officer Poirot.
Oui, Major.
Now I suggest you do your duty and escort the maidservant to the station where she can be formally charged and a sufficient punishment handed out.
Right away. I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is not the outcome I expected.
Maman was right. We'll always pay the price for the upper class's actions.
We will do everything we can to clear your name.
What can you do now? Madame said I'm guilty of a crime and I'll be punished. That's that.
A crime that was never committed. Once the truth is explained, this wrong shall be set right.
Angeline did not intend for you to be arrested. Surely you know her better than that.
I should have known better than to expect anything else. Justice and fairness don't reach the likes of me.
What you saw today was not justice. In the eyes of the law, you are innocent and have been harshly treated and wrongly accused. No one will be going to jail.
But that doesn't help my employment, does it?
That I cannot save. But your freedom, I shall make sure of that.
What a depressing...
Detective Poirot.
What a depressing
I
prologue.
trust this finds you well. It has been many years since our paths last crossed, and while I'm sure your recollection of the events may differ from mine, I hope that receiving this letter has not rekindled a sense of animosity toward myself or the Van der Bosch name. The impression you made is something that has stayed with me since that day. It compelled me to reconsider the spoilt young lady I would have inevitably become and helped shape me into the woman I wished to be.
Okay.
You made me see the childish and selfish girl in me that did not consider the consequences of her actions or how they may affect
But
others.
what about Florette?
Although Maman may see the events of that day differently, I believe the compassion you showed for our mate Florette, as well as the drive to uncover the truth and accept no alternative, was a testament to your character and professionalism. Although I wish it were under different circumstances, your assistance is once again required, and I hope you will consider this as my formal request for your service. This forthcoming weekend was due to be one full of joy and happiness at the announcement of my engagement to Gideon Demir, whom I love dearly, bringing together two illustrious families, but it has been shadowed by deceit, extortion, and blackmail. The Van der Bosch name is being held to ransom by a mysterious party, and I am afraid I do not know who I can and cannot trust. We are holding a small gathering to celebrate our exciting news with what Maman calls the dignified elite, those that are well respected and held in high regard in both our close inner circle and society.
They're all scumbags.
Our private matters have always remained just that.
It was Floret
So
for revenge.
I fear one of those invited may be the person who is out to ruin our name, but for reasons I cannot fathom. I have enclosed a first-class rail ticket for you to join us for the announcement, and having contacted your superiors and the correct authorities to request your assistance, which they were more than happy to grant me, I shall expect your arrival with great
So
anticipation.
now he's officially the one in
There shall
charge
be
of
a
the
carriage waiting
investigation.
for you at the station to bring you directly to Nemozan House.
Nemozan.
I thank you in
Daughters of
advance in
Nemozan?
our time of crisis. Yours respectfully, Angeline van der Bosch.
What about Floret? Did she receive justice or not? I'm assuming the implication is that Poirot got her out. I'm assuming that's what that was. Otherwise, that's fucking depressing. Also, is this a commentary on how the justice system is fucked? Is this done? Can I go eat my breakfast now? I can't pause. Oh. Really? Oh my Christ. Well, we'll do this in the next part. For sure. Dude, this one's fun. I like this. I like this a lot. So anyways, that is all for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.